Hello everyone, and welcome to part 5 of my Webflow Masterclass series. Today we're going to be going through Webflow. In this episode, I'll be showing you how to go from Figma to Webflow and how to make that process as easy and as smooth as possible in order to achieve exactly what you want to see. Stay tuned and let's get to it. Okay, so in last week's episode, we were on Figma. We finished the prototyping and the wireframing. And as you can see here, we have managed to build out the entire website. So now let's get into Webflow. So when you first begin, you have your project board. If you go back here, go to your dashboard. So this is after you've made a Webflow account. And it's for free, so you could literally sign up today. I will leave a link in the description for Webflow. Anyways, I have a style guide template there that I use to for building my own website. But for now, the free plan with Webflow allows you to have 2 projects on the go. So my other one's just my template one, and then this one's my actual project website that I'll be using to submit to the masterclass. So when you first start out, all you have is a body. Now let's go back into Figma, and again, let's count how many sections we have so that we can start each section. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go to this add element button over here, and I'm going to choose the div block. Actually, I'm going to choose a section block, sorry. So what that is going to do is going to give me a pre-made section, and every time you make a new section, anytime you make any new element, the first thing you want to remember is to make a selector, make a class, or make a tag. And what that is going to do is it's going to help you with your naming conventions. It's going to help you keep things organized. So if you remember what we did last time, or what we made last time, was in our pages, in our document, we created all the section headers. And, you don't have to stick to it per se, but it's nice to have it there. When you want to keep things organized and when you want to keep things just clean. And so for every section we created a name for it. So we can use hero contain, origin contain, about journey, featured roasters, and footer. So each section, so on your right hand side here in Webflow, you have all your different palettes that you'll be using to customize what it is you want to use. So you have your layout, which changes the actual entire box system, and you'll see that as we go along. Spacing, so margin is the spacing on the inside, and the padding, margin is spacing on the outside of the box, and then padding spacing on the inside of the box. We'll see that. So you can actually change the size of the container or the box, of the div, whatever you want to call it. Got the position. That'll come in handy when you want to do things like keeping something sticky, as we saw in Rand's example of his website. Typography, you want to change the type. Backgrounds, so when you want to add an image as your background, or you want to add just a color or gradient, that's all there. Borders for each element, and then effects. And we'll cover all those, if not in this video, hopefully in the next video. So we have section 1 here. So what I'm doing is I'm Command C, or to copy, and then I'm pasting the section 4 more times, so we have 5 sections. So now what I want to do is I want to go back into each section and I want to name it. So what do we call the first section? We called it hero contain 1100. And again, that number was to make our container the max width of 1100 pixels to keep that, but we will use a div to do that. Section 2, origin contain. And again, we'll be formatting all these as we go. This is literally all trial and error for me, as this is my first time doing a full run through by myself without any help. So hopefully this makes sense. If not, I'm learning too. So, but the masterclass taught me a lot in a very short amount of time. So that's pretty hopeful. And I feel fairly confident in what I can do. How do you guys like the new camera setup, by the way? I've been experimenting with a few things, and I finally got a way for me to be able to record the audio and sync it up to my camera and have some nice lighting. So if you like it, leave a like below to let me know if you like it. Anyways, continuing on with this, I'll most likely be cutting this video into maybe 2 or 3 sections, so we kind of make these pieces shorter but also more focused on each part of Webflow. And then section 5 is called the footer, or we're calling it the footer. So we have our 5 sections. Now, what we want to do here is we want to make containers inside each of these. So we're going to add a div block inside. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to say main container. Now what that's going to do is I'm making a class within each section, and now I'm going to go into my sizing and I'm going to go max width of 1100 pixels, and then we're going to go flex box. So I'm choosing the second display, which is a flex box, which means, oh, actually, okay, I got this wrong already. I need to change this container to flex box, and then go just to align middle, center, this center. Okay. Contain, main contain. Here contain. Okay, so what did I do? Align is fine. Okay, so there's gonna be a lot of trial and error. Okay, so we have here contain 1100. Yes, this is max width of 1100. If I do flex box to this, wrap. Okay, so maybe I should make this 1100 as well. Okay. And now, can I go in the middle? No. How do I space it? Middle. Okay. And this guy. Okay, so I guess for now, let's see if this is what I want to do. I still don't think. How about I just reset this? Okay. Okay, so now that we have main contain, I'm just going to duplicate that within each group. Within each section, because we're going to try and keep that consistent. That's funny. Okay, so it needs to be a fixed width. Okay. All right, so we have the animation to add to the first. We have the cover photo to add, and then we have the title and the credits and photos. And this is probably better to do. Okay, so let's start by adding our, oh, I totally forgot. We have to add our assets in. So when you go into assets, I guess you can hit the J key. Can I, oh, and they just recently updated so I can batch delete. Oh, genius. They literally just updated, I think it was like a few days ago, that you can batch, select and delete assets, which just speeds things up, makes things a bit more efficient. Okay, so one page portfolio. So let's add all of these. So these are all the logos, and then we'll add the photos as well that we can use. So this might just take a little bit. Okay, so some of these photos are too big, so I might have to, I'll probably have to re-upload those images in a smaller scale. But we have the we have most of our assets for now, so we should be good. Except for I need the cover photo. Okay, so we have the hero image. So I'm gonna click into my hero contain body. Can I center? Oh, that is something funky. Okay. All right. Hero contain. Let's go. Let's go to our backgrounds. We're going to click the plus button to add an image. I'm going to choose image. I'm going to choose this guy. And now, by default, it has it to custom. You want to go cover. And then this should be fine. And now for max height, let's do 100%. VH, is it? 100%. Height. Let's go 100%. Huh. That's not doing anything. Okay. All right, well, I guess for now, let's just add a text box. So we're going to our add element section. We're going to go header. We're going to make sure we're putting it inside main contain. Ooh, okay. It's being kind of funny. Okay, let me go from seed to sip. Seed to sip. And then we're going to go, oh, sorry. Okay, I forgot. So for heading 2, we have to make a new selector. And then always get in the habit of just making that selector and differentiating it from the rest. Okay, so for our hero contain, now we can add some padding. I think you hold Alt and Shift. Yeah, so you hold Alt and Shift to put some padding in there. And I'm working with a very ultra wide screen monitor, so I exaggerate stuff to look nice on here. Oh, that's why there's some. Okay, so the body for some reason comes with automatic padding and automatic margin, which I don't know why. I guess it's to like keep it safe. I don't know, or I guess give it something. But anyways, we adjusted that so it spans to the full width. Okay, so from seed to sip. And again, we're always referring to our what is it called? Our wireframe, so that we can see if we're on track. So let me put this inside the main container. Okay, so cool. So now you're in main container. I want you. Oh. Okay. Okay, cool. We're doing it. It's so cool when things work like you think they should. Okay, so I'm going to see what happens when because this should be responsive, so it should auto adjust and auto what's the word? Yeah, it should adjust automatically whenever I'm resizing and when I'm scaling, so that it can show the frame accordingly. And we'll get into the touch points later on, probably the next video or the video after that. But okay, so far we have from seed to sip and then credits. So we can either, I mean, it's because this will be different typography and customizing it, we're going to want to use a different text box. So instead of using header this time, we'll just use text box, and we'll slip it in there. Nice. Okay, so then we're going to go credits, and again, I've already forgot again, but we can go credit box. And again, you want to just be in the habit of creating those tags so that you know and you're keeping things clean and tidy. So Unsplash, credit, AliExpress. Okay, so so what we can do for now is we can add margin below. So what that'll do is add spacing to that. I want to break that. Yeah, so I'm just formatting for now. Okay, and this, just do a little bold. Okay, so it's doing that because I'm going to have to add a combo class to bold it up. So what I'm doing right now is I'm highlighting this. Let's see if this works at all. Does it work? No. Okay, so it's still doing the entire thing. Okay, so okay, it's gonna go back to normal. Going to delete. I'm going to remove that class because it didn't work. Technically, what you could do is make another box beside it, and then another text box beside this one, and then just justify left so you can have them line up to each other, and then make this one bold. But for now, we'll just leave it like that. Okay, so technically we have our first section completed. Well, there you have it. I hope you guys enjoyed part 5 of this Webflow series. I will be cutting down into sections this Webflow so you can take it in little bites. I hope you enjoyed it. If you guys are enjoying the series, please let me know. Leave a like and a comment down below telling me what's your favorite part and what else you want to see. I'm hoping to do a lot more classes like this, some educational videos, and just grow in my craft and my skill in Webflow. Anyways, I will see you guys in the next episode of this series. Peace.